Hey everyone, welcome. Today I have my nail polish picks for St. Patty's Day 2024. Today I have selected 20 polishes from my collection to share with you that I feel perfectly encapsulate the St. Patty's Day spirit. I have some greens, golds, and other funky finishes from specialty polish brands. I've got a mix of mainstream brands, which I'll show first, and then I'll jump into some more specialty polishes. But without further ado, let me just show you my St. Patty's polish picks. This first one is a Revlon Ultra HD Snapline. Most of these polishes are true one coaters. This one is called Commander-in-Chief. Very well named. It's definitely an army green. This one I did find could be a one coater, but on this long nail, it definitely felt right to give it two coats for that full manicure feel. Definitely a really nice deep green. Unlike this next one, which is a shockingly bright lime green. This one does not have a name, but these do have numbers. This one is PW0902. This was a Five Below find, and if it happens to be listed on their website, I will list it down below, as well as all the other polishes that are available. I will leave links down in the description box for you. This is another one that I found could be a one or two coater. On my shorter natural nails, it does usually only take one coat, but for this long nail, it definitely felt right to give it two coats for full opacity, but mostly that full mani feel. This next one is a beautiful little bleached neon. I love this tone. This one is an LA Colors Color Craze Gel. This one is called Lucky, definitely perfect for the theme. And this is for those of us that really enjoy the pastels in springtime. This one is definitely up that alley, and it's just such a beautiful green polish. This is one I feel has a really nice deep formula for those lighter colors. Sometimes it can be kind of chalky and thick. Not only is this a smooth formula, I feel like it builds up so nicely. It is a 1 to 2 coater, again, depending on nail length and application, but I did do it in 2 coats for this long nail here. This next one is a Sinful Colors, and this one has a little something extra going on. It's got this beautiful purpley, pinky shimmer particle in there. You mostly get blue, but it does shift to like a pink and purple. This one is from their Quick Bliss Fast Dry polish line, and this one also has the cherry oil added. This polish I feel is slightly textured, which is kind of interesting. It doesn't really mention it, but it does smooth out with application of a top coat. I just thought it was kind of worth mentioning. This one is called Bite, and it is definitely a really fun and funky one. Here you can see how it's kind of gritty and bumpy, which is just so strange. I did expect this to be a 3 to 4 coat like jelly polish with those shimmer particles in there, but I didn't expect it to feel gritty. Again, not too big of a deal. I should be able to smooth it out with top coat. It's not so textured that it feels sandy, but it does feel kind of bumpy. This just gives kind of an interesting option, and the price on this polish was really nice as well. This next one might be a little bit harder to find. It is an Eye Glow Mini. They had these as a limited run, I believe, at the Dollar Tree. I haven't seen any recently. They had these minis 3 to a pack, and they were $1.25 for 3 polishes. So I thought that was a really fun and cool way to try a bunch of different shades. This is a really nice like large particle gold. I do love the way this one builds up. These also do not have names, which makes them a little bit harder to find, but there are many gold polishes out there. More to come in this video, but this one I really like, and the large particle golds, I don't have any other ones in my collection, so I wanted to show that as an option because as you can see, it's kind of a fun finish. You get to see all of those little glittery, shimmery particles in there. This one I did have to build up in 4 coats, and on my natural nail it usually is 3. You definitely can find better coverage polishes in this kind of formula. I just didn't happen to have one in my collection, but again, wanted to show it as an option. It's kind of a play on the pot of gold. This next one is a nice, deep, rich, saturated gemmy tone in like a piney green tone. It's just so pretty. This one is called Loverboy, and it is in the Just Jewel nail polish line from Believe Beauty. This brand is exclusively sold at the Dollar General, and these are amazing budget brand polishes. Here you can see how deep and gemmy that is. Really nice, almost metallic looking with the way the shimmer particle builds up in this one. Love how deep this one is. I just personally have not been pulling for darks, but I definitely wanted to show this as an option because some people love dark polishes. I used to be one of them. I used to wear exclusively dark polishes, so I definitely had to show that option for those dark polish lovers. This one is a perfect polish in 2 coats. This next one just comes from a line of polishes that I absolutely love, which is the Sally Hansen Color Foil line. This one is gold standard, and this is definitely a beautiful polish. I love the formula on these chrome polishes. For me, they are and always have been 1 coat formulas. Whether it's a long nail, a short nail, it doesn't matter. Even on this long nail, it is 1 coat. Beautiful coverage, and this kind of polish, you don't need a top and base coat. It actually ruins it. So when you're in a pinch, it's a perfect manicure every time. So it's definitely a highly recommended brand by me. I love, love, love this line so much. And this gold is definitely on the softer side of golds rather than this one, which was more of a yellow gold. I do love the way these two are pairing together. Those seem really nice. These two pair together really well as well. These two just kind of hold that metallic-y feeling, and I don't know, it just feels really regal. This next one is one of my favorite, like Kelly green type of tones. It may not be exactly Kelly green, and on camera, it's pulling really blue. I'm not really sure why. This one definitely has that like greeny tinge to it. Maybe it's because the background candle is kind of setting it off tone-wise. There's also a little bit of ugly bottle syndrome going on here. I don't know. I don't really like that term, but yeah, that is what people know it as when the colors separate in the bottle and it doesn't look so nice. But this one is by Revlon, and this one is called Posh. Definitely one of my go-tos for a cream green polish. Okay, excellent. I was hoping that the swatch would show much better than in the bottle. It may just be that deviation from in the bottle to on the nail. Sometimes polishes do look a little bit different in the bottle compared to on the nail. But yeah, it is definitely a really nice, perfect tone for St. Patty's Day. I love this one. This next one's kind of a foresty, sagey green. This one is by Olive and June, and this one is called WKF. Usually their polishes are named after people's initials. I definitely really enjoy this polish. I love the formula on this one, really buttery and smooth. And I find that this one is consistently 2 coats, whether it is short nails or long nails. Absolutely love this polish. I've got another Sally Hansen color foil here. This one is a green one. I definitely had to have more than one foil or chrome polish in this grouping of polishes. I definitely enjoy a good chrome, and oh my goodness, this one is beautiful, and it would make a great green manicure. Again, with that one and done, 1 coat, perfect formula every time. It is so shiny, and that metallic really just takes charge. I love that look, and it is just always so different and gives that futuristic vibe. Love the metallic polishes, and I just can't stop raving about this line specifically. The next polish is probably the most out there for my St. Patty's picks. It's definitely a polish you can use any time of year, but to give it a little bit of variation, this is like a nice nudie brown tone with this gorgeous gold shimmer to give kind of another gold option. This is a Dollar Tree find. This one is number 926 because these ones do not have names, but rather they have numbers. This is by Candy Moyo, which is a newer find in my Dollar Trees. And oh my gosh, I love, love, love this formula. I did wear a sister polish to this from the same brand, and I've really been liking it. but this one is super beautiful. As you can see, it definitely builds up and gives that shimmery particle, and they kind of give little rainbow shimmers even though there's no hollow in this polish. Really interesting and different. And this one I find can be a 3 to 4 coater. The sibling polish to this is a pink one, and that one was perfect in 3 coats on my natural nails, so I'm assuming this one would be as well. On this longer nail, I did go in with 4 coats though. Really, really pretty, and love the shimmer in this one. Oh my goodness. This next one is wanting to pull pure blue. This one definitely has a little bit of a bluer tone to it, and it does have this beautiful blue shimmer in there. Oh my gosh. This is LYRICAL by the LA Colors brand in the Color Mania line. Loving how this blue shimmer takes charge in this polish. The base tone is definitely a little brighter and more true of a green tone rather than being so teal. But even on the nail wheel, it's pulling really, really blue. It definitely looks more realistic with the shimmer to base ratio on this one. And this one I felt like was really close and pretty much looked opaque in 2 coats, but in the light it was a little sheer, so I did give this one a 3rd coat, but on my nails it's definitely going to be a 2 coater. And this one, I'm actually going to do this little mini comparison to the next polish, which is Pheonix Indie Polish. This one definitely has a brighter green tone, but it does have that blue shimmer in there, which pulls this one a little bit bluer than in reality. This one is called You Will Always Be My Sister, and this one I definitely really enjoy. I've worn this one, didn't wear the other one yet, but the tonal difference you can definitely see here a little bit better when I have the swatch and the bottles in the shot at the same time. Not really sure why, but this one's definitely still pulling a little bit more bluey teal than it is in real life. But as you can see, it's definitely a really close comparison. One is definitely more green toned, one is definitely more blue tone, and there is a brightness level difference as well here, but the shimmer is not really that different. It is pretty much the same shimmer, and I feel like both of these are in the same realm of Dreamland Lacquer's Shake Your Shamrock, which was a really popular polish last year. So if you are looking for some dupes, or not necessarily full-on dupes, but alternatives to that polish, these are both excellent polishes that are readily available and definitely give that vibe, that beautiful green toned polish with a blue shimmer. 2 beautiful options. This next one is a Rogue Lacquer. Oh, I'm just so in love with this polish. This is like a white polish. Scattered throughout is this beautiful gold shimmer, flaky, which is absolutely stunning. And then there is also some hollow flake in there, which you can see all the sparkles. And those blue flakies are like part of that gold shimmer flake. I feel like it is an iridescent shimmer flake. So stunning. This one is Be Our Guest, and this is a Beauty and the Beast polish from Hella Handmade Creations, which is a pre-order site similar to Polish Pickup. This is definitely such a royal, pretty polish. It's got a daintiness to it, but I feel like the gold definitely makes it perfect for St. Patty's Day, especially if you pair it with something like the next polish. I feel like these two together are just so stinking cute. The next polish being Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. This one is a beautiful prototype scattered with a bunch of different types of glitters and hollow. So you get all kinds of action going on in this one. And this one is prototype 269. It's definitely a gorgeous one, and I got this one pretty recently, so it should be available. I really love polishes like this that have all kinds of flakies and glitters. Those hollow flakies definitely shine throughout there, and it just gives something so extra and different. So pretty. The next one is a LynBDesigns polish. All of my mid-tone greens are pulling so blue on camera. Oh my goodness. I mean, they are like mid-tone blue leaning, but Really, it's so shocking how blue they are pulling. They seem to look better on the swatch wheel. This one is definitely super stunning. It's got all of these really pretty flakies, which you can kind of see in the side there. Really fiery, going from a gold into a orange into a pink, and there is some hollow flaky in there as well to give those rainbow sparkles. This one is called Let's Bounce from LynBDesigns. This one I probably could have gone in for a fourth coat on this longer nail, but in real life, this one is a 3-coater on me. But yeah, definitely really pretty with these fiery flakies and again, those hollow flakes. I love the combination and it's just such a pretty polish. I did end up buying the whole collection. They all have the same finish with those fiery flakies and the hollow flakes, and I just love it so much. But with the gold and the green playing together, I just feel like this one is another perfect St. Patty's polish. This next one is another beautiful indie polish. This is a Stella Chroma polish. This one has all of those hollow flakies, but also these beautiful UCC flakies, which go from green to blue to purple. And then, of course, this gorgeous golden shimmer, which is confusing the light right now, but it plays really beautifully with those green base UCC flakes. So stunning. This is in like an off-white tannish base, and this one was actually Holiday Home. This one was supposed to be a winter holiday polish, but I really like the way this one looks with the little shards of UCC flake in there, as well as, again, that smattering of hollow. I don't know, I just feel like it's really beautiful, and the way that the colors play together, it feels like another play on green and gold, so definitely a fun and funky option. This one was perfect in 2 coats. This next one is a beautiful, like, sagey yet muted tone. It's giving a little bit darker on camera than what it usually is, or is in real life, I should say. It does have this beautiful, like, smattering of silver and blue, like, shimmer particle in there, which is a really pretty addition to this tone. This is by What's Up Nails, and this one is called Tuscan Harvest. I believe it was originally meant to be a fall polish, but it definitely reminds me of all the new growth in spring. Definitely a really pretty one, and the smattering of those shimmery particles definitely tones down a lot on the nail. So if you're more of a cream person and not really wanting too much extra going on the nail, this is more of a toned down option that might work out perfect for you. This one was a 2-coat formula, and I really loved the smoothness of this formula as well. Definitely makes me want to look more into What's Up Nails polish offerings. This next one is a beautiful shimmery Crelly by Red Eyed Lacquer. This one has a gorgeous green shimmer in there, as well as some green flakies. This one is called This Is So Unfair from the Ferris Bueller collection. This one did release from PBE, but I thought I saw some Ferris Bueller polishes on her site. It might have been the first collection. I'm not certain. Again, I will leave all links to everything available down in the description box, but I just could not pass this one up for a St. Patty's pick. It's so pretty. It's got that green and white, and the green shimmer takes over, and I feel like that is just such a fun play on the whole thing. Super, super cute. I am definitely a sucker for white Crellies, but the way the shimmer plays in this one is outrageous. So stinking cute with those flakies. And this one was nice in 2 coats. I feel like this long nail could be able to use that 3rd coat. But I feel like on my natural nails, it will probably just be 2 coats, and it looked pretty good, but now in the bright lighting, I'm seeing that maybe it could have used a 3rd for this long nail. And last but certainly not least, this is the Lucky One by Alchemy Lacquer. This is actually the one I plan on wearing. This one is like a gray toned green type of base with, again, this gorgeous green shimmer. I feel like it's the same shimmer that was in the last polish, but there's way more of it in this one, and it really takes over the whole polish. This also seems to have some sort of hollow in here, which I don't remember from when I wore it, but that is interesting to mention. It is definitely a beautiful polish. I did wear it before, as I mentioned, and I really loved this one. And this time I definitely want to wear it for St. Patty's. Here you can see it kind of gives that muted gray toned base, and then you get that shimmer pop. And now on the nail, I do see there is like some hollow flakies in here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I don't remember that part. This one was perfectly opaque in 2 coats as it is in real life. And the shimmer on this is just too pretty. Love, love, love this one and can't wait to wear this one. But that is my St. Patty's polish picks for this year and my little failed attempt at making a clover here out of polishes. But yeah, I had fun with this video. Definitely a lot of fun green polishes. Some of you already probably know how much I love a good green polish. I've done a couple green polish videos in the past. I will go ahead and link those down in the description for you for more green polish inspiration. But that's it for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.